Okay, turkey season's over, and it's not too early to start thinking about deer season. Now, anytime I shoot a gun, because normally it's the bow, but when I shoot a gun, try to zero. You shoot to make sure it's on for the coming year. It's a box of shells, it's frustration, but today I'm talking to Lee. Lee is going to show me the two-shot zero. He tells me within 2 shots he can zero the rifle. So I'm all ears. Alright, so we are here with Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee, I see you've got something that looks very expensive here as a rifle. Not something my cheap behind, and I see all kind of gadgetry, but I don't need any of that gadgetry to do this system, do I?
Absolutely not. All you need is a rifle and essentially a good scope that's on there that's going, not bump around, not move around. If you bump it a little bit, that's all you need is a rifle and scope.
Okay, so I could stick it in something like this bog pod I see sitting here.
That's correct.
And
that's something to keep it steady. The important thing here is we want to make sure that this does not move during this process.
Alright, does not move during the process. Alright,
Correct.
so that's good for a scrub like me to know. Alright, number one step is we remove the bolt, is that right?
That's absolutely correct. So before we start messing with any firearm, we make sure that there is no ammunition in it.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and pop the magazine out.
Mag out.
And we're going to take the bolt out. It's a Remington 700 rifle. It's a very common rifle. So the bolt just pops out. There's a button up on the bottom, pulls right out. And essentially we're going to do 2 things with this. And we've already got this lined up. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to look down the barrel, of course, to make sure, first off, that everything is clear. There's no ammunition in it whatsoever.
Okay.
And then I'm making sure that we've got the rifle, the bore, aligned with our target. We've got a target already pre-positioned at 100 yards.
Would you start that at 100 if I was doing this by myself? Would you start it at 100 or like 50?
50 would probably be just as good to get you close. Again, you're not going to have as much variation over distance. I use 100 because 100 is where I use for long range shooting.
Right.
And generally that's where most people are going to sight their rifle in anyway.
I gotcha.
But 50 yards, you can do this at 50 if you'd like.
Okay.
It will be a little easier to see the target down the bore. But what you're wanting to do is get your target in that bore. You're looking for that target in the bore, because once you've got it there, then you move up to your scope.
Okay, so then you look through the scope.
That's right. We want to make sure we're looking through the scope, and then
what are you looking for in the scope?
What I'm looking for is my target to be there with the crosshairs on it as best as you can get it. Again, not moving the rifle, but as best as you can get the crosshairs on that target.
Okay.
What we're wanting to do is just get that thing on paper. That's what we're wanting to do, is get that thing on paper with that target. And then we're going to take and do a couple of movements and then make that second shot.
Alright. See, if it's me zeroing, I'm hanging over the hood of the truck with a pillow that I got off my wife's sofa. And anyway, I don't have the lead sled, the spotting scope, and Lee also has a computer built into the spotting scope where we can actually see where the bullet hit. So we're not going to have to walk down there, which at 95 degrees I'm kind of glad we don't. Can you holler out fire in the hole before you shoot?
Yeah.
Thanks, I like it.
Okay. Alright, range. If everything goes well, we should have a hit on paper, and then once that's done, we'll go through the process of dialing that in to that next shot. From the second shot, if everything holds good, we should be dead on the money.
10-4.
Alright. Alright, going hot.
Wouldn't say fire in the hole, I don't know why. Yeah, I flinched. I feel like muzzle blast. Let me check out without moving. Is that about 4 or 5 inches high? Slightly right.
Yep, good on our, relatively good on our left and right. Gonna have to make a minor adjustment. So we're gonna make 2 adjustments on this. First off, we're gonna have to take care of our vertical. So it looks like we're about 2.5 boxes high, so that's gonna be about 2.5 inches.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do, I know that twisting my turret is going to go into the, twisting it to the right will actually raise it up. I don't want to raise it up. I'm wanting to bring this down.
Okay.
So I'm going to hold it. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to go this turret. I'm going to take it. Make sure that I'm lined up.
Okay.
And what I do, I use my horizontal line on my scope that's in the scope, and I keep it fixated on the horizontal line in my target.
Okay, so don't let the gun move.
Right.
And how do you know how many times to click it?
What I'm going to do, I'm actually not going to count clicks. I'm going to move till I'm on the same level as the bullet hole.
Okay, so you're looking at the bullet hole
Correct.
and moving your scope to where you just hit.
That is exactly correct. That's the whole premise behind this two-shot zero. So I've now taken that where I was aiming, which according to where the bullet was flying out of the barrel, it just pointed to where it hit. It put a hole in where that barrel says it's putting a bullet. My scope was actually put on dead center of the target. So what I'm wanting to do, I'm wanting to bring that scope level up to where that bullet struck. So I'm actually going to make the scope impact level down. So this scope is numbered, and it helps with the numbers, so I'm going to go backwards.
So it's kind of like when I'm shooting the compound bow, you chase your arrow, they call it. If you're hitting right, move your sights right.
That's correct.
This is similar premise.
Very similar. We're putting the scope now where that bullet impact was.
Okay.
So I've got it where it needs to be on the up and down. Now I'm going to take and move just to the right, just ever so slightly, because it looks like we're actually just off the line.
Okay, now what if I wasn't off the line, I mean on the line or near it? What if I were, say, 3 inches or 4 inches to the right, let's say?
So you do the exact same thing. You're going to use the vertical instead of the horizontal. So we just used the horizontal, and we rose the horizontal up. Now we're going to take the vertical, and using the lines on that target, we're going to move it to where that impact point
Over
was.
to the bullet hole.
Correct.
So when I finish, the horizontal and vertical will be cross-centered on the bullet hole you just made.
That's correct. And our next shot, we should fall right there on that center.
Okay, that is the
right
two-shot zero. That's
and
the
that'll
premise.
be 2 shots.
That's the trick.
That's it.
Okay.
Get our second shot down the pipe, and hopefully, if everything went all right, we should be dead on. Got to make sure we got the ears on, because this thing does make a loud racket when it pops off.
Yes, sir, it does.
All right, going hot.
Fire in the hole. Yeah, I flinched again, but it's like I'd been hit in the face with a neutron bomb, but that's okay. And I'm...
Right, well, let's see how we did.
Let's go check it. Oh, wait. I don't have to go check it. You got this nice computer thing.
Looks like we just kissed the red. That's a dead deer.
Oh, no doubt. So if I really wanted to sweat, get technical worry, I'd shoot one more shot after moving it, whatever that would be. But as you can see, That's a dead deer.
So I would most likely just move that one click. I would feel very comfortable taking that rifle to the woods now and going hunting.
So that is the 2-shot 0.
That is the 2-shot 0.
All right, let's go get the paper. I like to look at the paper itself.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I like the 2-shot 0.
That right there will get it done every time. That's within 1/2 inch of center and about 1/4 inch just low. So that would be within my rifle's parameters. Had I went ahead and moved that one click from the right, moved it one click to the left, I'd definitely be within my rifle's parameters of hitting the dead center.
All right, there it is, y'all. 2-shot 0. Remember, check us out. Have fun in the good Lord's outdoors. We'll see you next time on the Whitetail Cartel.